Episode 99.
Hello, we actually got the numbering wrong for this episode. It's actually Acton 98. Apologies for that. Enjoy the rest of the show.
99 Luft balloons. We've got no balloons in here. It's TrustyHogs.
99 problems. I can't believe we actually, 99
problems
wonderful.
And the bitch ain't one.
And you are, listen, I'm thrilled to be here.
Through the fog, step forth the TrustyHogs. Yeah, you're gonna give them your problems and they will solve them. Or maybe they won't, and that's your problem. They'll have guests and Andrew White on the tech. Oh, it's Helen and Catherine as the TrustyHogs. Trust the TrustyHogs, or maybe not.
Can you believe we've been doing this for 99 episodes? Fuck.
It feels like only yesterday we were on episode 9.
I know, and we were starting in that horrible shipping container, for which we were very grateful.
We didn't even start in there.
We started in Hackney.
Oh my god, we
Do you
started
not
in
remember?
that dark
Yes.
corner of a room.
Wait,
Oh my
save
gosh.
this for next week. We
No,
can
but-
reminisce
okay,
next week. We can't reminisce now.
Well, honestly, I have much more important stuff to tell you.
So do I.
I burnt my leg.
That's actually really important.
I burnt my leg.
I can't believe we didn't talk about this on last week's
I
episode.
burnt my leg so bad, Helen.
I know, it's
so
not funny.
bad. I had to cancel a Soho show. I'm such an expensive klutz. It fucking hurts so bad. It still hurts.
I also have cancelled Soho shows before for falling, so.
Oh my god,
Okay,
did you get a grip?
I know. Right, number one, I'm sorry you hurt your leg.
It's so bad. Have you
Describe
seen-
to
have
the,
I-
I've seen it. We'll
Have you seen
we'll
it
look
this
again.
week? It's so bad.
Let's have a look this week.
It's still so bad.
It's so close to her vagina. Oh, it's so sore.
It's so grim.
It really looks like sort of like World War One trenches.
It looks like I have like some sort of like
Shrapnel.
flesh-eating disease.
Oh, flesh-eating disease.
Yeah, or like there's a bullet in there. It's really, really, really fucking sore. It's annoying.
Tell the hogs what happened.
I'm a klutz, and I was on this writing day, meant to be running a writer's room on Zoom for my radio show, which we'll talk about, which I had Sunil on. I know, I did a radio show called TLDR. It's on Sounds. You can listen to it. It's just one episode, but I was really proud
I
of it.
actually haven't listened yet. I just realised that.
Okay, you're a cunt. So,
I'm gonna listen to it on the way home.
But I was basically like pulling my chair into my desk. I'm a klutz, knock into it, and I spilled this new, freshly boiled cafetiere of coffee all over my leg. And thankfully I had the smarts to like whip off my dress because it was sticking to my leg.
Oh God.
It was horrendous, and it was so painful immediately. And then I didn't know what to do, but sometimes I think I'm okay with my OCD, like I'm doing all right. And then other times, when I'm faced with the choice between like a screaming, burning leg and coffee granules everywhere, I find myself cleaning the coffee granules up before I deal with my leg. And I'm like,
shit.
oh, maybe I'm not all right. Maybe I still have work to do. Interesting.
Oh, fuck.
So I obviously had to hoover and clean that up first, which makes me think that I'm insane.
Was Ellen not home?
No, I live alone, I suppose.
I know, but
yeah.
like-
And then she's not always
No, she's
there.
not always there. No.
Well, this is why I shouldn't live alone. It's so dangerous. Anyway, then I called the producer and was like, I'm really sorry, can I have 10 minutes? As if thinking it would only take 10 minutes. And then I called 111 and they were like, get in the shower.
Yeah.
And apparently you should run cold water, so like keep it running for only up to half an hour, but basically it takes the heat away from the wind. You shouldn't just put something cold on it.
Yeah. You gotta have like running over it and just stay there.
And away. Anyway, 111 were supposed to call me back with the doctor, but I waited 2 hours and they didn't, and my whole body went into shock and I was sweating loads. And then I remembered that Ellen's parents are doctors, so just sent sort of crotch shots to her parents, and they were like, and then the doctor called me back, and then I got a burn cream, but it's really fucking bad. And honestly, I've done it before. Once I did it before. This is so stupid. It's the same fucking mistake twice. During COVID, I was doing a Zoom podcast and I spilled a cup of coffee on my leg, but it wasn't just boiled.
I don't remember this.
But I burned it pretty bad, but it was during a podcast, and I just kept doing the podcast because I'm a pro. But
I would make the world stop.
That burn wasn't as bad as this. But yeah, it's really fucking painful.
And what have you learned from it?
Don't
trust the French. Never use a cafetiere. I'm sorry, they're all at it. Fucking snakes in the grass.
I would say, and then
Nice cup of coffee, like an American cup of coffee, freeze dried, or like use a keepy cuppy at home with a lid on it.
Yeah.
Because the French are fucking gunning for you, my love, and they're gunning for all of us.
Wow.
You tell me what World War VII's going to be. It's the French coming back to England, and I can feel it through Le Channel Tunnel.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a leap.
I have a French fact.
I'm still sick, by the way. I swear to God. I think my cold won't heal because my leg is like using up all my immune system. I'm having a terrible time.
Can I tell you? Can I make a confession?
For myself.
Because you messaged me that your leg had broken, and then since then on stage, when I've plugged TrustyHogs at the end of gigs, I've said Catherine's burnt half her cunt off.
What?
I don't know why.
What?
It gets a laugh.
Why would you say that?
I genuinely thought it was like on your lap, so I assumed you'd burnt half your cunt off.
How big do you think my cunt is? Where do you think it starts and ends?
I just thought it's not so much the size of the cunt, it's the volume of liquid in a cafetiere. You're
Sorry
very
for coughing.
sick.
I'm really sick.
Oh, you're not well, are you?
No.
Well, how do we get you better? Because leg will heal over time. That will
I
heal.
think it's just taking all my immune system to heal my leg because it's been an open wounds for quite a few days now. And then, and now I get this cold. Sorry for being so gross and feeling sorry for myself.
No, I love it when you're gross. Anything that makes me feel so relaxed.
Okay.
I have been free bleeding on this chair the whole time because it doesn't matter because Catherine's the gross one today.
Do you remember the joy she had when you had the shits?
Oh my God, when Catherine had the shit.
I had food poisoning.
Oh, the amount of times I pictured that sweet little ginger ring just in peril.
Ginger ring! Oh,
that sweet little ginger ring in peril.
It's actually not ginger. I have a very bold ring. Sorry to say it.
Yeah, me too. I've got a bold ring. Fucking don't. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? No, we're just having fun, Catherine. What else?
I hate it here. Why have we agreed to do this? I think we should stop at 99.
No.
I think we should call it a day.
Next week's episode is going to be so fun.
Okay. Well, what I was going to tell you is that I got Sunil on my radio show, but everything that could have gone wrong with that radio show went wrong, but then it still turned out good, I think. So please listen to it. I'll tell you all about my radio show on the Patreon episode. So if you want to hear about how the sausage gets made at the BBC,
yes, please.
Please. But I won't bore you here because this is about TrustyHogs.
We'll talk next week about how much I'm thriving because this month I'm currently in a different 2 European cities every weekend. But
For a tour? With Fern.
With Olga, Fern. But I'm going to have so much to tell you next week. But we've got such a good guest. I feel like we should just get into it.
Okay, but I just need to say that I read Fern Brady's book and now. Okay.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. I was obsessed with it. It was so amazing.
Good.
It's so good. It's so good, and she writes so well. And for anyone with a mental illness, it's incredibly relatable. Even though autism is very different to OCD, but it was so helpful for me. Is autism considered a mental illness?
No, it's a learning difference.
Okay, great. Yeah. But I still find it incredibly relatable.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Because I was like, this is so useful as a way of actually being honest. She's so honest.
Did you read it or audiobook?
Both. I read it and then audiobook.
No,
I loved it.
I just read it, but I think I want to do the audiobook.
The audiobook's amazing, and also she makes some really specific jokes in the audiobook that are really good.
Yes, please. Because I
loved
listened to Daisy May Cooper's audiobook.
Oh my God, I should do that next.
So good.
I should do that next. I just found it so good. I found it so relatable because obviously not the same, but I've been through the same sort of hospital systems that she has, and I just found it really just incredibly frank, and also have had a lack of diagnosis for a while as well, so had that incredible frustration
of what's going on with me,
and why does nobody know, and even now that we have a diagnosis, how does anybody help? And it was just really good.
I think it's so weird that it's not to ruin Fern's book or anything, but there's so many times in people's lives where it just takes one doctor's opinion to be oh, it's not that, and then that's it for that person for God knows how long. Get a second opinion.
Absolutely. I just think it's so good, and it's so funny and really well written and smart, and I loved it.
And now Lou Sanders has got a book out.
Oh my God, I can't wait to read it. Gosh, we really there's so many good books to read. Anyway, female comedians are the ones I want to listen to. Daisy May Cooper's, and I know we have to get on our guest. I just wanted to have a little interlude of a book club. Just
Andrew's
then.
now got a book club, boy.
Yeah, it's the other Joanna Glenn book.
No,
Here we
she
go.
didn't.
All my mothers, we stand here.
What has she done? All my fathers.
By the way,
That'd be sick.
so many listeners got All My Mothers on our.
Well,
radio
get Fern
recommendations.
Brady's book on my recommendation. What are you recommending?
It's the other half of Augusta Hope, and it is Joanna Glenn's other book. All My Mothers is still like the pinnacle for me, but Augusta Hope was very, very good.
I need to buy it.
Okay.
I need to buy it. Is it in bookshops or is it
I can
online?
lend you my copy if you like.
No. I want to support Joanna. I loved her first
It
book.
is in bookshops as well, yeah.
Okay. I'll take your copy. Thank you so much. I don't want to. No. I don't want to spoil that.
Let's go to Waterstones. After our guest.
Okay. Should we maybe have our
That'll
guest
be your
on first?
birthday present.
No, I don't want it. You want it.
I am buying you a book.
Okay. And please welcome to TrustyHogs.
It's Geraldine Hickey. What's up, Hogs? It's Helen Bauer here. Just to let you know, I am going on tour this year. It's starting in Edinburgh. I'll be there from the 14th to the 27th, and then I'm hitting up Europe. I'm hitting up Paris, Harlem, Copenhagen, the places you've been begging for me to go, and then all around the UK, apart from Wales. For some reason, I don't have a Welsh date yet, so please, if you're in Wales and you have a venue, just let me know and I'll just come there. We'll have a bit of fun. All the tickets are available on my website, and I'd love to see you there, and please bring Helen gifties. Thank you so much. Goodbye. So
terrible.
bad.
Go
No,
again,
I did
go
really
again,
well.
go
I
again,
did well,
go again.
though. If you could pick your favourite intro, was it me or Catherine's?
It was a tie.
Into the mic, please.
It was a tie.
It was a toy.
It was a
It's
toy.
the best accent ever.
It's so good, Geraldine. You do have the best voice in the world. Also, you have my mother's name, so I'm so endeared
Oh,
to you.
that's right. I did know that.
Yeah, I just every time I see you, I'm like, oh, it's another Geraldine. Legends.
Geraldine. That's
Yeah.
my name.
I've got an uncle called Gerald.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I have an uncle called Helen.
But isn't it like there's
That
a
would be
Greek
sick.
masculine form of the name Helen, apparently?
What is it?
Like it's traditionally a man's name.
Oh.
Greek?
The Greek masculine name of Helen.
Oh.
Or I was bullied at school for no reason.
Yeah,
Also,
I
when
was
you
like-
do you ever say those things and you realise, oh, that maybe that was like...
Also, I'm like, are you Greek, Geraldine?
No.
Okay, so
No.
Geraldine Hickey. That's. Yeah.
Have you been to Greece?
I have
Oh, so
actually.
there we
my
go.
God, we
There's
got
a bit
there
of
in
Greek
the
in
end.
all of
We
us.
got there in the
There you go.
Thessaloniki.
Where the fuck's that?
Oh, I don't know. Am I saying it wrong?
No, I think you said
why
it
would
right.
I know? Why would I fucking
Oh, I
know?
No,
don't
I think you said it right. That's nice.
Yeah, I think you have to do it like so.
Thessaloniki.
Yeah, Thessaloniki.
Oh, did they have the old things there?
Yeah, they had a pirate ship. That was fun.
Nice.
No, they don't have pirates in Greece.
It was a fun little pirate ship where you just got on and you had rum. Yum.
Oh my God,
Oh, yeah, when
Like
like
a
guys who
touristy
like
thing.
couldn't work anywhere else sort of dressed up as pirates and they squirt like rum into like tourist mouths.
Oh, wouldn't that? No.
No,
Yeah.
no. What?
But who does that?
I
That's
like
fun.
people in Zante and
Should we
stuff.
start again?
No,
What's
no, I'm
happening?
bang on right here. You know those like tourist cruises you can go on, and it's like a pirate ship, and it's like men with like real, like you're questioning like, why did you end up here? This wasn't
Why
a
are
choice.
you on international water?
Yeah,
and
why can't you work on land? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on
This
here?
thing just went around the bay
And
for
then-
an hour.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
nice. That's
Yeah,
But
nice.
was
Lovely.
anyone dressed up?
I can't remember. It was a
No,
long
probably
time
you would
ago.
remember.
Yeah,
You would remember.
You would. Wait, so you just got back from Edinburgh Fringe?
I did.
How the hell was it?
It was good. Let's go. Yeah, no, it was good.
I actually believed you. No, I believed you. Every time I saw you, you looked so sweet and happy. You were always in your hat that protected the back of your neck.
A Legionnaire's cap.
A
Oh my
Legionnaire's
God,
cap.
you don't
It's
own
here.
a Legionnaire's
Yeah,
cap.
the only last person to talk about this on the podcast
Heidi
was
Regan
Heidi
from
and other
Newcastle, Australia.
Look at this. Look at this. Yeah.
Say perhaps to drugs written across the top of the cap.
It's
Say perhaps
it's
to drugs.
fashion.
But were you?
It is something.
Okay.
What I love about this hat, I love that you're wearing
Oh,
it
she
so
would have
much.
been
Oh
so
my God.
believed by the Scottish comics behind her.
Leave her alone.
I don't know if you knew that.
They would have teased me.
Yeah.
Do you think? I would have cared.
No, I really don't. I really don't. But my favourite thing about that hat was that it was so cheery and so optimistic, because to wear a Legionnaire's cap in Scotland, to assume there'd be that kind of sun that your mullet itself wouldn't protect you from.
Yeah, but I can't wear caps.
I know, but a Legionnaire's cap plus a mullet.
It doesn't look right.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know if...
But don't you think a mullet's doing the same thing as a Legionnaire's cap?
It just makes it... Well, the cap, because I've got a small head and my ears, so the cap... It covers. It just makes it look like I've been through chemo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you think the Legionnaire's cap's saying?
What's that?
What do you think the Legionnaire's cap is saying?
That I'm fun.
You've recovered.
Yeah,
I'm in remission.
Yeah.
I've got a flap.
But still not taking chances with the sun. Good for you.
So yeah, I had a good time in Edinburgh, but because I think I went in with low and realistic, but low expectations.
Because
How
the
many
horror
have you done
stories have
before?
travelled now, haven't they?
Oh my gosh.
How many have you done before?
This is my second one.
Right.
The first one I did 15 years ago.
What?
Yeah, I know. I did the Free Fringe back in 2008. And it was in... Yeah, and I did it at the... it was called something else, but the Banshee...
Banshee Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Why did you have a 15-year gap?
Oh, I had stuff on. And
Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
no, I think I just I came over too early and too young and was naive and was just like, oh, you got it. Like, I just had it in my head. You got to do Edinburgh.
With all your flyers, like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna win this thing because I want this and I'm focused. I'm gonna get so good.
I was like, I'm going to go in.
and I'm gonna be friends with everyone.
I'm going to be best newcomer. This is going to be great. Who's that?
The light went off.
But that was absolutely
Oh, we
magical.
want that, okay.
So, and then I just went back to Australia and just thought, oh, I'd get good in Australia and then I'll come back. But also I was working. I did breakfast radio for like 5.5 years.
To be fair, also lots of people would say I'll go get good in Australia and wouldn't go and get so good that they won the biggest prize in Australian comedy.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
a strong move. It's a strong
Geraldine was
move
like,
to win.
you weren't dicking around. You were like, no, I'll get really fucking good and then I'll come back. So did you feel like a different person at this one?
Do you know what? It felt like I was going back to it felt like I'd done high school, but I was in like year 12 last year, in Australia. Last year, year 12, I was prefect. I was popular. And now I've gone to a different school, but the school is like 10 times the size, and I'm in like the first year.
Whoa.
But a lot of people still know you as the prefect.
Cool.
You what?
And you're still you're known as a prefect still at the new school.
Yeah, there's a history. They go, oh yeah. I've got a bit of clout.
Presumably there are way more Australian comics at Edinburgh now than they were 15 years ago as well. Like there seemed to be a big contingent of Antipodean comics.
But I think there's always been lots of Australians coming.
Yeah.
Where else are we going to go?
Yeah, good point.
Greece.
And also, yeah, great, but I don't know.
There's only so many pirate cruises you can do. But
Yeah, and do they know our humour? I think, British and Australian humour are quite similar.
Yeah,
very, very similar.
What I was
similar.
just saying about watching an Australian film.
Yeah, tell us about it.
I watched Finding Nemo again 2 weeks ago. And
How
it's
is
just
that an
brilliant.
Australian film?
It's an Australian film. It's definitely an Australian film.
It's
set in Australia.
It's set in Australia.
It's an Australian.
In the Sydney Harbour.
Yeah.
I mean,
And on the Great Barrier Reef, they travelled to
What's the
Sydney
address?
Harbour.
it's set in a cartoon.
P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Yeah.
No, you did.
Yeah. This is my nice dollar.
Sorry, I wasn't sure which of you said
I'm a
that. That was
piranha.
crazy.
I live on the Amazon.
Whoa.
It's pretty good. Your accent's pretty good.
Thank you.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Well, it's because I was there.
you're so
I was with you in
generous.
Sydney, but then I went to Perth as well, and I really immersed myself in the culture.
How long were you in Perth for? What culture?
A week. Whoa, the lights are back on.
Whoa, that's
This is
crazy.
such a fun episode.
But what's the culture?
The Australian
in Perth?
culture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the culture of Perth. Morning. Morning, of course. And I was into morning because I watched a show called Instant Hotel, and they were in Cuba Payday.
Oh, yes.
And they have a wonderful time there. They all live underground, and if they come above ground, they're covered in flies. That is like, what? Are you even human? It's mad.
Are these words? What What's
Yeah,
happening?
Cuba Pony. They get
Cuba
Tide
Pedy.
balls.
What
the
is that?
place.
Yeah, the plies. Sorry.
They're what?
There's a place called Cuba Pedy.
Right.
And they do but it's gets
they live
so
underground.
hot
They live
that
underground.
yeah, they live
Who
underground.
lives underground?
All the
People.
What?
Yeah, because it's too hot to live upstairs, like
Yeah.
above ground. So it's cool. It's cooler just to live in they.
That's horrendous.
Yeah. And
No, they get skylights.
yeah, they're really they are happy because they've got a good sense of community.
It sounds terrible.
No, they love it. They love it because they love opals.
Yeah, that's right. That's what they mind there. Opals.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
I wouldn't live there.
No,
You wouldn't-
exactly.
Yeah.
No, that's
I
not
would love to
fair.
visit.
Okay, fascinating.
But it's a bit out
Wait,
of
so
the
you
way.
went to Edinburgh and did it go? Did you get? I need to stick to the question. I still want to know how.
We've got so much more to
I
discuss.
know you do, and you
Oh,
know
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
What's your favourite character in Finding
I was
Nemo?
going to say it's silly of me to even find out
The crab.
who's the crab.
Do you mean Jack, the cleaner, the cleaning fish, the cleaning shrimp?
No, the one that comes in right at the end.
Oh, when they're like getting the food off the sewage
Yeah,
pipe.
yeah, that one.
And he's like, aye, 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 aye.
See, she
Such a
knows it.
small role. Okay, amazing, fair play. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Finding
Yeah.
Nemo.
What?
Yeah.
So well, there you go. There's your afternoon sorted.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You come to Helen's.
Imagine watching a movie in the afternoon. I would never, but I would.
It's always judgment.
No, it's not judgment. I wouldn't be able to. I have so much to do.
I watched Braveheart the other day first thing in the morning. It was brilliant.
First thing in the morning.
Never seen it before. Wanted to
when
tick
do
it
you
off
watch
my
films?
list.
Just at night time?
Yeah.
When you've got
Done my
everything
stuff,
done.
yeah.
But why don't
But you never have everything done, Geraldine.
But why don't you consider watching Finding Nemo as work? You're at work now.
I
how
genuinely
is
put
that
films
work?
on my list sometimes to tick
Yeah.
them off.
That's why you can claim them on tax.
Yeah.
Okay, and how do they help my work?
Because it's
Having
a comedy.
conversations about it.
Right, so but I'm having one about it now, even though I don't want to, and even
Yeah,
though
but
I haven't seen
imagine
it.
how much better you would be at work if you could engage
Yeah.
with
Fish are friends, not...
food.
Yeah!
Nice.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
You're doing really
It's
well.
been a long time since anyone has seen it, Geraldine. This is not a topical conversation.
Bruce. That's all.
My name's Bruce. What are you two little Sheilas doing out here? And Sheila's is
Ladies.
ladies, yeah, well
I got
done.
it. That
Those are
part-
Sheila's wheels. Did you ever get this in Australia? Oh, you're gonna die.
What?
Sheila's wheels.
What is Sheila's
Hello,
wheels?
Sheila's wheels.
Is it a biscuit?
What are Sheila's wheels?
I wish.
Like,
Okay.
like wagon wheels.
No, you're gonna
Yeah.
love this. Okay, in like the middle of the noughties, okay, like they were like, oh, like it's all these like car insurance companies, but what do we do with all the women? We can't insure them. So they were like, we'll get them a lady insurance for car
off.
insurance, and it was
off.
called Sheila's Whale.
In England?
Yeah, and it was all done by people doing Aussie accents as good and terrible as mine. And they're like, come on in to Sheila's Wales. And there were these women in like pink things being like, we'll crash it, but don't worry, Sheila's will take care of us. Have I made this up? Am I like, Andrew, Emmy, you remember this?
May I
Yeah.
say, I could really have used this. I just got my car insured because I just started driving. Geraldine, I don't know if I've told you, but I drive now. And it was the most expensive thing I've ever paid. Where the fuck was Sheila when I needed her?
Still going.
No.
What?
Yeah.
Sheila? Help.
We keep our Sheila's happy by supplying fabulous 5-star de facto rated car and home insurance.
What's their
Biggie,
policy
just
on
for
non-binary
Sheilas.
Just
drivers?
for
What is
Sheilas.
their non-binary drivers policy?
I'll go into the FAQ.
Please.
And is it more expensive because they?
Why does the light keep going on and off? It's so
I'm
creepy, isn't
loving
it?
it. Carry on.
Is it like are they going? Oh, Sheila's they're a bit shit at driving.
I think that's the idea, because we get confused. Because we look in the mirror and we've got to fix an eyelash.
yeah. We don't know where we're going.
I'm using my woman's intuition as a map.
Parking is hard, to be fair, it's hard.
At Sheila's Wheels, we'll insure your seats, even if they're period seats, will they absorb you? Actually, that's not a bad idea. Don't put that on the podcast. Write that down as a Dragon's Den
Period
idea.
seats?
Period seats. Where you
Period
can sit on
seats.
it with nothing on, like when you're shirt cocking, and you sit on it
You're
and it
not getting
absorbs all
a
your
car
blood.
you can free bleed in. What's wrong with you?
Seriously, think about the future. Write that down, Em.
They have
Em's
nothing,
not writing anything down.
they have nothing on non-binary drivers,
Oh.
but they do have these fun facts.
Okay.
There are 1,174 Sheila's Wheels policyholders called Sheila.
What? Sheila's wheels.
And here's even better. There's one customer called Sheila Wheeler.
Fuck, they better give her free
they've made
insurance.
that up. That's
Oh, Sheila Wheeler.
Surely it's a GDPR breach
Yeah.
to even tell us that fact. Guys, that's... But wait, so don't you have an equivalent in Australia?
of Sheila's wheels.
Yeah.
No.
No. Wow.
We've got
Shame.
white lady funerals.
Excuse me, what's that?
No.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's just a funeral service, but it's just run by women because they understand.
But
better.
not just for white ladies.
No, but they dress in white.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
'Cause that sounded like they were like, it was just a bunch of people having a funeral, but you complain a lot.
No,
And you
yes,
you cry
yeah,
unnecessarily.
That's Karen's funeral.
Yeah. Here's my
Welcome
question.
to white lady funerals where your husband does have to come. Welcome to white lady funerals. No one understands what you're going through. Not even your friend who's also lost a partner.
Where we only serve Pinot Grigio. Yeah. Oh, bless us. Well, here's
Wait, I
my...
can't believe I want to die in Australia.
Why?
I want a
so
white lady funeral.
Yeah.
You'll
I
have one
want it to be
regardless.
organised by
You'll
loads
have
of
one.
women.
Yeah.
Like commenting on the size of my coffin unnecessarily.
Do you want to be buried? Is that what you
No, I definitely burnt to pieces because I was listening to something about the burning temperature of bone, and I would like to get to that temperature.
Why were you listening to that?
Because I was listening to a murder podcast where they were trying to figure out who died in a fire. It wasn't who you thought.
Whoa.
I'll leave it
Geraldine,
there.
why are all of the...
Oh no, we're talking about cremation. What's happening there?
Oh, right,
Do you
sorry.
want to be burned or buried?
I'll go in a firework. That'll be fun.
But you
Wait,
have to
what?
be burnt first. They won't put
Oh,
a
yeah,
whole
they're not
body in the
burnt. Yeah,
firework.
yeah.
They've been very clear about that.
Okay. No, I think I want to go with whatever is the most sustainable at the time. So just make me a tree.
Make you a tree. That
Something
would be
like that.
nice.
I think the
That's
most
nice.
sustainable thing is to get someone to eat the ashes and then shit you out as fertiliser.
Oh, is it?
All of you.
How do you feel about that? You on board still?
I'll be dead. Who cares?
Nice. Okay, that's generous.
What do you want?
Okay, so here's my thing. I do want to be burned, I think, but I worry that I might not be dead.
Oh.
And I don't trust everybody else to check and be sure. So what if I'm dead?
but
What if I'm alive?
Yeah,
and
but
then they
what if
burn
you're
me?
alive and then you're buried? That takes a
at least I could
long
knock.
time.
Deep, deep, deep.
But
deep,
nobody's
deep.
hearing you down there.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, that'd be horrific.
Also,
Yeah.
this whole people being buried alive thing,
Yeah.
that was when people were buried so quickly. Like now, you die, there's a couple of days.
But in
they
Ireland,
know.
you get buried within 2 days. We don't have your
But what
bullshit.
about you? How about this? You can be buried, but then you can have one of those bells.
I'd
used
love
to do
a
that.
coffin with the bell.
Yeah.
Coffin with the bell, please.
There you go.
And how long do you want to leave it until the burning then?
A month.
A month.
A month.
You want to lie there rotting for a month with a bell in your hand?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Yeah.
No, you get a string, and because the bell's up top.
Yeah.
So then we have to dig her back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well,
Exhumed.
Yeah.
Put me in a fridge with a bell, maybe, or like a. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But who's going to hear the fridge bell?
No,
You
the bell's
press
on
a
the
buzzer.
outside.
Oh, a buzzer. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
all
bell's
right.
never inside.
To say it like that.
Well,
and
she'd
you
already-
just want to be
she'd already
strapped to
said
a
it.
firework and chucked up in air.
Yeah, that'll do.
Like a Catherine wheel. That'd be fun.
Oh, you could be Catherine Wheel.
That'd be nice.
fun.
I wouldn't mind a cannon either. I think I'd prefer. I don't really like thinking about it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't know how everyone's so chill about it. I don't want to die.
Because
It's a big part of life.
you grew up Catholic, didn't you? Yeah, I understand.
There isn't heaven and hell, you know that, right? There isn't, right?
Yeah, but there's purgatory as well.
We're
They
in
got rid-
purgatory now.
they got
I
rid
hate
of
to tell
it.
you.
Do you know they got rid of it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. I did know that. Can I tell you? A priest once told me what the difference between heaven and hell was.
I'd love to know.
Were you raised Catholic?
Yeah.
Hence the name. Okay.
So in hell, it's like you sit there. It's a big buffet. Everyone's sitting there. There's lots of beautiful food on the table, and you've got really long arms but no elbows, and you can't. And your back doesn't work. So there's all this amazing food and you can't eat it.
Can't you just head dive into it?
No, because your back doesn't, you can't lean forward or anything. So it's just, so hell is just looking at all this amazing food.
That's horrendous.
And you can't eat it. But in heaven, it's the same situation, but in heaven they've worked out that you can feed each other.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off.
No, that's the difference
That
between heaven and...
cannot have come from an actual priest.
Yeah, I loved it.
You loved it. Heaven is meant to be somebody else eating from my hands.
Yeah.
How am I cleaning them if I can't bend my elbows?
And also, what happened to elbows? What happened to elbows?
I want elbows in heaven. Geraldine,
I
no.
want to be able to bend over as well.
Yeah, me too. Listen, me too.
I thought hell had already been described as well. Don't they describe it in the Bible? Like as like a
Why
burning
did you
pit
say it
of
like
fire.
we wouldn't know it
Yeah.
in the Bible? Have you heard of it? The Bible. You know,
But I
the
was like,
white ladies use it
isn't
for their funerals. The Bible. You heard of it?
Isn't it a burning pit of fire?
Yeah, no, it's a place where you don't want to be.
Where's the buffet then? What's going on with your priest?
But this is the best thing about parochial
It's
Catholicism. It's the single best thing about parochial Catholicism is the sort of like freewheeling that priests will do on their own stuff.
Did you ever want to be a priest?
So you couldn't be and can't
No, I
be.
know,
but I definitely considered being a nun as a child for sure.
Do you reckon, like, if you could be a priest,
Yeah.
that you would just be a priest and not a comedian? Because it's a very similar vibe, don't you reckon?
No, because I think I'd still want to fuck women.
Oh, but that hasn't stopped priests from
Yeah,
being
they-
priests.
Oh yeah, I know, but I'm so brazen with it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
yeah,
too
yeah.
brazen. I wouldn't be a good secretive gay. I never
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
I was out like the second I realised, and I don't think that would be good for.
Oh,
I mean, like not the second, but like pretty soon.
yeah.
Like I
It
came
took
out at
me
19.
a long time.
Really?
Yeah, and look at me.
I know. Your hair matches your hat. What are you talking about?
Don't look at me when you say look at me. I'm not making any comments. I think it's lovely that you have a Legionnaire's cap and then you're wearing a sort of dragon thing that's also wearing a cap with a mullet.
Wait.
Yeah.
So hang on a second. What age did you come out?
I think I might have been in my 30s.
What?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
look at you.
I know. I know.
What? Did you grow up in a house without mirrors?
Catherine Mary
Hey,
Joseph.
you look so gay. What are you talking
Catherine
about?
Mary.
I can say it.
I used to have-
Everyone looks gay, okay?
I had longer hair.
But
I
that
guess.
is mad that
Yeah.
you didn't, yeah.
What are
Well,
you talking
no, here's
about?
the thing. I did, when I, in my early 20s, I did come out. But I grew up in the country. I was
Yeah.
young. I was naive. I didn't really know anything. And I kind of went, I had the realisation and went, yep, okay, yeah, I'm gay.
Yeah.
I am gay.
Right.
And then I went to like a lesbian bar.
Yeah.
And, you see movies and stuff and just you think the community will welcome you openly into their arms. So I went to like this lesbian bar and was like, walked in and was like, waiting.
What year are we talking in? When you were in your 20s? When were we talking about?
Like 2010, early.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Late 2000s, early 2010.
Okay, so we came out around the same time.
Yeah, and so I was like, I went to this. We're talking 20 years ago. So what's that? Yeah, early
2003,
2000s.
yeah.
Okay.
Early 2000s. So yeah, I walked into this and was expecting like the people go, hi, how are you? Welcome.
Yeah.
No.
And it's
No?
just it's like I'm just a 21-year-old walking into a country kid walking into a lesbian bar, and
In
people
the
are just
city or in
looking
the
at me.
country?
Hey?
In the city or in the country?
In the city. There's none in the country.
Yeah.
I just in the city, and look, I had been living in Melbourne for a couple of years, but it was just like, I'm home.
Here I am. Honey, I'm
And then
home.
everyone And it was just like this.
Like they were going to start playing We Are Family and just sort of like hold you up.
Yes.
above their
Yeah, you kind of do think that.
just, you know, it's community. Welcome to our community.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Like
it's
you'd get like a pack or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just a
sticker
welcome.
about-
Oh,
how
it's
are
so funny. You are sold
We're
that
so
narrative.
proud of you for coming
What
out.
happened?
When actually what it is just a bunch of like self-serving people who've gone to fuck, and so they're
Yeah.
like, it's everyone's just out for themselves.
They're
It's a bunch of
just
sharks.
you just walk in and they just look you up and down and go,
Do I want to fuck you? Yeah.
And
Whoa.
I was like, oh, so it just made me go, oh, I guess, yeah, maybe I'm not. I don't belong there. I'm not gay. So I just went, and because I told a couple of people.
And you
that
didn't have rock climbing back then, did you?
Yeah, no,
You weren't
no
all
carabiners.
on your things yet. Because now it's so
Wasn't
easy.
there a local hockey team?
Nah, softball was in, yeah.
Okay.
And I was very good at that. But
I'll
it was
bet you
different.
were, yeah.
But I just kind of, you know, and because I told people that I had come out, and then I had to go, oh, nah, I'm not, and then I had to double down and go,
fuck. Like,
I'm really
suck
not.
so much dick.
So like for 10 years was like,
sorry.
nah, I'm not,
Geraldine.
but slept with some women at the time,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
you know, at the same time, but then. Yeah, and then I did come out, so it was all good and everything's great.
So then when you came out the second time,
It was at a gig.
was it?
Yeah.
Stop. On
Yeah.
stage.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
So it was
That's amazing. Go on.
It was in Adelaide, at the Adelaide Fringe, and there's a comic. I don't know if you know Hannah Gadsby. And,
yeah.
So Hannah and another comic, Amelia Jane Hunter, would do these.
I know Amelia Jane
do you?
Hunter.
Oh, she's
I'm
got-
from, I started comedy in Berlin. We used to get together the entire
Oh,
time.
I could, yeah.
Shut
Nice.
the fuck up, I love her. She literally
Yeah.
just messaged me the other day.
Oh, yeah.
We get it.
queen.
You know her.
No, I'm so excited
How's
right
like,
now.
she's in my phone. We're friends. Well, I have watched Hannah Gadsby's Netflix special.
Oh, there you go. So.
She was on my Netflix the other day, actually. So.
Oh,
Yeah, oh my god.
wow.
Okay, we're both in the gang now.
Yeah. Go on.
And I've never been to Adelaide.
And
but
I'm
I'd love
gay.
to go.
Oh, you
I'm
should go.
gay.
You'd
I'm not
love
gay.
it.
I'm not gay.
Go on.
But they would do like this late night show called Pony Club, and it was just them, and it was the rules. You were never on stage alone, so they would host it together, and they'd have different people come up, and so they asked Hannah called. She goes, "Oh yeah, do you want to come and do a spot?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." And then she said, "Oh, there's a theme. Like you don't have to stick to it or anything, but just so you know, there is a theme, and the theme is boy or girl." And I went, "Okay, cool." And I hung up the phone. In my head, I just went, "Oh, I guess I'll just come out then." And it was like I had no thoughts whatsoever of contemplating coming. It was just that one moment. My brain just went, "Nah, you're doing it. This is happening."
Yes, Geraldine.
And then I just started writing jokes about it, and then I'd like call friends who were also. I'm like, "Oh, can I just run a couple of jokes past you?" And I'd explain. I'm like, "I'm doing this gig tonight, and I'm just doing this, and so here's some jokes." And they're like, "Oh yeah, cool." And then one of my friends, she hung up the phone, and she said that later she was telling me she just hung up the phone and went, I think it just came out. Yeah, that's what that was, and just came. And then so that night I did the gig, and
Sorry, people call you Jezza and you weren't out.
no, that's Australian, mate.
Wow, that country's weird. Okay, go on. Sorry.
I know.
I know, right? I know. It just feels like the gayest.
Like
go
you're
on.
right there.
Do you know what I
You're
mean?
right
It's
there.
like you're
Yeah.
so close to it. You're
Yeah.
circling the drain.
The thing is, the Legionnaire cap, you can't even make
Okay.
that thing because they're all bloody wearing it.
Wow, wild. Okay, so go on.
So I did the gig, and because the thing was like boy, and I said, "Oh, I've always maintained that I've been into boys, but I'm into girls." And then I did all these lesbian tropes of, I should have said the size. I was good at softball.
Yeah, all the stuff.
All that stuff.
You took your hat off. You showed them your hair.
Yeah, well, have a look at this. I just stood there, and then I finished and went, "Oh, thanks very much," and I walked off. And as I was walking off, Hannah goes, "Just so everyone's aware, that was like your official coming out, wasn't it?" And I was standing at the back of this tent with like 200
What the
people
hell?
in there, and I just went,
200. That's
Yeah.
a
What the
big.
hell?
Yeah, that's
It
a
was-
lot of people
maybe
for an
two-
announcement.
I was being, was it 100, mate?
Yeah, but still, it's
not going to
yeah.
be 200. Yeah, it was quite a big tent. And then from at the back, I just went, yeah.
Oh
and
my
then
God,
the
the room
audience
go-
just went,
The community welcomed tattoo.
The community welcome to me.
Oh, full circle. Maybe that was the problem at the City Gay Club. They were expecting you to do a set and you just didn't say anything.
Yeah,
They were like,
realise
didn't
that.
know me. They didn't know.
That is so fucking amazing that your
That's
brain
so
just did that, though. That you went
I
like,
know.
Like, you hung up the phone and you're like, well, I guess I'm doing that tonight.
Yeah, it's like when have you got any tattoos? Like when
Yes.
you're trying to
We
decide.
don't talk about that.
Yes, I have. I've got
no.
one tattoo. I have a golden
what have
gay
I
time
done?
on my ankle.
She
I'm not even
actually
joking.
does.
I have a golden gay time
Oh, it's
on
tiny.
my ankle. Thank
How
you
did
very
you-
much. I'm a bad girl.
How did you decide to do that?
Well, I asked her if we should get tattoos for our podcast. She said she would never, ever, in any circumstance, get a tattoo. She then went away a week later to Australia with Olga Koch, and they got the ice cream I recommended she try, a golden gay time on her ankle. She's a fucking straight
It
lady.
is.
Because I'm a fucking Aussie now.
No, Geraldine.
I got it in Frio.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I also got a T-shirt with a koala with diamantes on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that. But the tattoo, for sure.
Okay,
No,
so
no,
go
come
on.
on, yeah.
But how is it the same as tattoos?
Oh, like when you're trying to decide what to get, and then all of a sudden it's just, you can always, want a tattoo and go, oh, I don't know, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden it just happens.
Exactly
You
like
just
me and the golden gay time.
Yeah, you just get a golden gay time on your
Just
leg.
for like perfect Disney symmetry, you got married recently.
I did.
This year?
Wait, how's this Disney
November last
symmetry?
year. Yeah.
Because you just told us her coming out story and now she has a lovely
Oh
wife.
yeah, now I'm married, so it was
Disney
worth coming out.
symmetry.
I'm just saying, like, you love Disney and there's a happy ending to the story.
Oh right, I
Yeah.
get it now. I thought maybe you went on like your honeymoon to like Disney.
You have a
whatever.
fucking, you have a Mickey Mouse on your
Yeah,
tit.
it's a Disney Cruise Line Spirit Jersey.
Where did
Okay.
Did you go on the cruise?
No, thank you to our listener Elle for picking this up for me.
Of course.
Oh, lovely.
But wait, so how did you meet your wife? Do you mind telling us?
Not at all. We met online.
What?
Yes.
What?
My parents' online date is fun. isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
We met. There's apps you can get on your phone.
What? I just date out anyone I have sex with. What do you mean? Wait, so which one?
Which OK Cupid?
Okay, come on, that's a
classic.
throwback.
Yeah.
Okay, keep in mind.
we've been together for a long time, so I think it's
Nice.
like maybe eight years, maybe. That we-
So
yeah,
sweet.
I
Who
can't-
proposed to who?
Well,
Well,
Here we go.
she proposed to me.
cute.
Because I had an ongoing joke. Because she said, because we talked about marriage and stuff. Once we got marriage equality, it was like,
Yeah.
So we talked about getting married, and she said, I will ask you, because if you ever ask me, I won't take you seriously.
Understood.
Which is fair.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah,
I've got one of those
that's-
personalities
Because
too. Yeah.
for about 5 years, I would do this ongoing joke.
Oh, no.
Where we would go somewhere, at any place, where I'm like, let's get a selfie, and then I'll put it on video and go, here we are at the front of the Opera House, and Kath has just asked me to marry her, and I said yes, and I've got hundreds.
You're a piece of
Hundreds and
shit.
thousands,
Yeah.
You're a
yeah.
piece of shit. Okay.
So she
so
proposed
funny.
to me, and she did it. She did it live on radio.
What?
Yeah, and he's like, you love how good is a public proposal? I love them, but also not for us. Do you know? Like that's what I thought.
Okay, I love
That's
public
what I
proposals.
thought.
Wait, so
I love them, but do you want it to happen to you? Like,
Yeah,
I-
outside the Disneyland
Oh.
castle.
I love them, but I do not want them to happen to me.
Exactly, same. It's like, that's amazing, but no.
But barf, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so were you on the
that-
radio?
Yeah. So she came in. So it was my 40th birthday,
Right.
And I had asked her to organise me a surprise 40th.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Because it's just easier to
Yeah.
when someone, and you don't have to worry about
Yeah.
stuff. And so it started. I was at work doing breakfast radio.
Okay.
And halfway through the show, I saw her come in. I was like, oh, maybe I'll get to leave early. The the little triple Y starts.
Yeah.
And I had suspected that she was going to propose that weekend.
Okay.
But I thought, because she'd asked me what my ring size was.
That'll do it. Fucking hell.
Come on, Kath. Grow
Okay, I'm
up,
sure
Kath.
she's a lovely woman, but fucking hell, just take another ring and take it in and say this size.
Nah, she knew. So and it was fine. But you know, the details didn't know. So I thought she was going to take me to one particular spot where I thought she was going to propose like 5 years, like when we first started dating and we hadn't been together that long, and she goes, I'll take you to this lighthouse, it's really nice, we'll take a bottle of champagne, we'll watch the sunset. And I was like, and the whole time I'm like thinking, oh my God, she's going to propose, and I'm like, I'm not ready. Like, it's not.
Oh
this
my
is not,
God.
This is not. And the whole. It was like a 20-minute drive or something. And the whole time I'm thinking, what am I going to say? I'll say yes. I'll say yes, but we'll say let's just keep it between us, so we won't have to tell anyone.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
It was just like so. And
That's so funny.
so when we were, drinking the champagne, watching the sunset, and I'm like, it's.
You're so stressed. Your shoulders are up at your ears.
Yeah, and I'm looking at her going, is it
Now?
and she's like, beautiful sunset. I'm like, is it no? And she's like,
Just having a nice day. She's just having
and
a
I'm
lovely
like,
time.
When you got back in the car, were you like, whoo?
oh no! At the time, I just went, are you going to ask me? And she goes, no. I'm like, oh my God, I thought you were going to ask me to marry you. And she goes, no way, oh my God. And then, so we laughed.
Yeah, that's so funny. So you thought she was going to recreate that moment.
So I
to be
thought-
fair, that'd have been a good stuff.
It would have been amazing. So she came in with all these gifts for the upcoming, but to give me hints of what was coming up with the birthday.
Okay.
So
Wait, did she come on air?
yes, she
Okay.
came into the studio.
Had she done that before? Is that a thing she does?
No,
Okay.
not at all. Not at all. And I thought it was, she came on, she goes, it's Jordan asked me to organise a surprise 40th. So I've just come in with a couple of gifts just to give her an idea of, what's coming up. And I'm like, all right, but these are all clues that you are going to propose to me later tonight at the lighthouse. And also the lighthouse is at a place called Cape Lip Trap. How lesbian.
Oh
Shut
my
the
God,
fuck
stop it.
up.
It's perfect. Wow, okay.
Cape Lip Trap.
Wow.
The most
They might as well
lesbian.
just call it Pussy Pier and be done with the thing. What the hell? Okay, go on.
So I was in my head going, yeah, she's going to...
Pussy Pier.
Thank you. I feel like you deserve more. Thank you so much. Thank you. Go on.
So she was like, these are all clues that, and I'm
very
going,
droll.
Thank
I'm
you.
going, these are clues that she's going to propose to me later this afternoon at Cape Lip Trap Lighthouse, right? And so the first present I open, it's a board game. And the
Right.
board game is because the plan was that we were going to play board games that night with all
Okay.
anyway, we didn't, but whatever. But the board game was the game of life.
Right.
And I'm like,
Nice.
oh, it's the game of life because we're going to get
This
married.
woman's obsessed with me. She wants to marry me. I get
Could you be any more obvious, right?
Yeah.
And then the next one was a bottle of wine. I was like, yeah, a bottle of wine because we love drinking wine and we're going to drink wine together until we die. Why? But it was because we were going to a winery. And then the next one, it was like a tiny little box, but there was nothing in it, right? And I was like, oh, of course there's nothing in it because she's got the ring and she's going to propose to me later tonight at Cape Lip Trap Lighthouse.
Yeah.
And then I turned around and then she's like getting down on one knee and I'm like, what? And then she's going, and she's trying to talk at the same time. She goes, oh, it's really hard to be down on one knee, but also speak into the microphone and stuff. And I'm just like, I'll just do this. And I just put the mic down for her. And then, she asked me to marry her. And because it was radio and I'm a professional, I had to ham it up. With the yes, and I went, of course I bloody will.
Yeah, you didn't mean it though. It was all banter.
But
I did mean it. I did.
What you meant was yes.
Yes.
In a measured tone.
Exactly, but I had to ham it up.
Stop it, that's so
my God.
beautiful.
Did you guys
what song
cry?
did you play after that?
Oh, it was
Peter Andre Mysterious Guy. No, it's just a guess.
I like
it's
it.
that cheerleader song. Ooh, I think
Found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her.
That was our song.
Oh my God, stop it, that's so fucking cute.
Yeah.
I still hate public proposals. That's what I learned.
Yeah.
From
Oh my
that
God, I
song.
absolutely adore this.
And you can watch it on. They did a video of it and they put it up on, like, our radio put it up.
We
on
will
our,
link that below on the YouTube stream. Yeah.
On our on their face. It was on Facebook and it got so many more views than any stand-up clip.
No, yeah, obviously.
Put up.
Obviously, it would.
That's so harsh. That's
just-
so harsh.
Yeah.
That's the
went
best
bonkers.
public proposal.
You should
Because
flip
also
it.
the recording of it. Like, you'll never, like... That's
It's
there.
there.
It's there
Yeah.
forever.
You should have clipped it so that it did start a proposal and then went into your stand-up. Stealth
Oh,
PR.
that's a good idea. Oh, yeah.
You could still do
No,
that.
God,
do another one.
no. This is just
Then
so
straight into your
perfect.
best to your bed jockeys or something, like straight
And
into
can
both
I-
stuff.
Did you get married at Cape Lip Trap?
Yeah, close
you
to
actually?
yeah, because we've got a house near there and we got married. Yeah, at, not at the lighthouse, but
Really
yeah,
close.
Yeah, really close.
Where
Yeah.
did you go on honeymoon?
We haven't had one yet.
Can I recommend
What?
Disney World?
No.
Honestly, no. It's called a
already been, though.
Sweetheart's Honeymoon.
No.
And
No.
We're in which
Florida.
one? In Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't been to the Florida one.
which one have you been to?
The
LA Disneyland,
Yeah.
the original. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the only one that Walt actually visited
Where were
himself.
you thinking
Yeah.
of going for your honeymoon?
Oh, we're not done.
Well, we'll come back to Disneyland. I went to Disneyland.
I know, but I said Disney World, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you're right. I do know that. Yeah, sorry.
No,
Don't be
please.
sorry, be better.
So the honeymoon, the original plan that we wanted to go on a whiskey cruise around the Scottish Isles.
Fucking yes.
Told you lesbians love the Hebrides, man.
is it? Catherine just
Lesbians
got
love
back
the
from,
Hebrides. Oh my god,
Oh.
gorgeous.
Oh, can I tell you my joke?
Yeah. Yes.
Catherine and her girlfriend have gone on 2 holidays and both times they've seen whales. And I said, oh, I know why you love Wales, because of the wet hole.
Oh,
They didn't get it.
yeah. You're talking. Yeah, double white. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wet
With
hole.
a blowhole,
yeah,
but also
yeah.
the...
Yeah.
Hey Andrew, do you have a listener problem?
Oh, come on!
We do indeed.
Fabulous. Are you ready? What kind of advice giver are you, Geraldine?
Measured.
I believe
Me
you.
too.
I believe you. I can see you thinking a lot of things just aren't any of your business.
Oh, yeah. But if they ask me, it's
Fine.
my business
Okay,
now.
great.
Yeah.
Great. Wow, I believe that.
I wouldn't like eavesdrop and go, I think you should do this. But if
Yeah.
someone, what do you think about this? I'll go, well, now that you've asked.
Do you think I should come to Melbourne?
Yes.
I really want to go.
I really want to
do
go
it.
too.
Do you think they'd like me
come.
there?
Yeah.
You've been. What are you talking about?
No, I have. I did Sydney and Perth.
Oh, I'm going to do
they-
Melbourne this year, I hope.
If they like you
Yeah,
in
I hope, but
Sydney,
you've got to be invited.
Melbourne likes people even more than Sydney people like people.
Well, if we're invited, we'll both be there this year.
Get an invite.
Would you be there in Melbourne next year?
Oh, I'll be there.
Does that mean we can get a tattoo together?
Oh, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding
All
me?
right.
Would you get a tattoo?
I've got
Do you want to
big
get
tattoos,
Bruce
though,
from
so you have
Finding
Oh.
Nemo on us?
Oh, yeah, I'll get a shot. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just get
a big
shots.
grin.
Yeah.
All right, done.
Okay, thank you. Next.
Fuck you.
You can have one as well.
you.
Obviously, you can have a Finding
you.
Nemo tattoo. You just never
Fuck you.
seen it.
Go on.
This is from A.
Hi, A.
Hi.
Hello, Helen, Catherine, Andrew, and Jess.
Yay!
Love the podcast, best one out there. Thank you. A. Think of all
Very
things.
subjective view, but we'll absolutely
Someone's
take
not
it,
listened to
eh?
Real
Thank you.
Dictators yet on the Wandering Network.
Go on.
My problem is that I'm making the transition from student life travelling life to real job and other adult things life. And feel a bit nervous heading into it all.
Yeah.
For context, I'm 25 and up until now have been studying at uni for 5 years, then travelling and visiting family in Australia and New Zealand for the past 6 months. This has all been super good fun and I feel so lucky I've been able to do it. However, I'm now moving back to the city that I went to uni in and I faced the daunting aspect of looking for a so-called proper job. I'm wondering if you have any advice as to how to handle what I'm expecting to be a brutal job hunt in the bioscience field, if that's relevant.
Shit.
If any of you have any bioscience knowledge.
Geraldine, glad you're here for this one.
And moving back to a place that I've only ever known as a student. Any tips on surviving and or thriving would be much appreciated.
Sadly, I do know the answer to this. Biosciences. So as we know, my dad works in a sewage farm.
Yeah.
And as he says, there's always a job in poo if people want it.
That's your
Is that
answer?
bioscience?
Yeah. Well, it's technically, isn't it? It's biological sciences. And feces and water treatment works, like turning the poo into water again, taking out all the condoms
They're not
and
doing
things.
Right. So
All I'm saying is that if you get stuck in the job hunt, there's a job in poo if you want it.
All right, so the jobs is going to be the least of the problem. I think they're worried about they're worried about their life.
Yeah, I agree.
Here's my hot tip.
Here we go, Strap in. Get your notepad,
Join a sports team.
Oh my God! Why is it every?
I always suggest this because it's the lesbian way.
Yes.
It's like there's community.
It's like you genuinely believe.
Community straight up.
Genuinely believes if you join one sports team, then everything else falls into place.
It's called having community. It's called having a routine. It's called having support.
Yeah, because there's a good chance that everyone on that one sports team, one person will be a landlord, one person will be in charge of biosciences for the city you're in. You'll get a job, and you'll all fix it for each other.
You know what you will do? You'll get fresh air once a week. You'll definitely meet up with friends. You'll definitely have some people who know your name. You'll definitely have some sort of routine and structure to your week.
It's the routine.
It's the routine, pals.
Yeah.
Also, may I say, I think that you should, one thing that you don't have when you're traveling and when you are a student is permission to make a space beautiful for yourself. And even though you might be on like limited budget.
That's so beautiful, Catherine.
But you don't, because you're not like consistently in the same place all the time. And that is a beautiful benefit of what you're about to do, which is like setting up a base. And I think really think like carefully about how you curate your space that makes you feel nice and happy and well. And there's brilliant stuff in London like Free Cycle and Facebook Marketplace where you can get stuff really, really, really cheap or free.
Marketplace does exist all over the world, not just in London.
Yeah, but it means that like if you take your time and are really like precious about what you want to put in it and what and why you want to put it there, I think you can make a space that makes you feel like, okay, this is new and scary, but I'm like also forming a bit of an identity in a space that feels like it's just mine.
Oh my God, no, I say lean into the 20s. You spent all this years in education, you've studied really hard, you're not going to get the job you want, you're going to live in an absolute hellhole cesspit you're not going to put any effort into, because why
you
should
want to have to work at the cesspit.
They're going to chuck you out at any point, you're going to think you're worth a lot and you're going to end up working in Accessorize. Now here's the thing, when I was working at Accessorize, the key is theft, okay? Anything that's left on the floor and they say throw it away, technically you own that. You own that. And that's how you can supply your income. Now remember, working Accessorize has one problem, it's a bit of money, but you also need a food job so you can eat. I'd recommend working in a cafe or McDonald's overnight shifts 3 nights a week. You're going to hate where you live, you're going to fall out with a lot of different housemates over the years. But eventually you will find the right people. And if you're lucky, God, if you're lucky, you will not have to play hockey with a group of lesbians.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I'd rather do 3 night shifts washing dishes and picking food up off the floor than play hockey with lesbians.
McDonald's is a hard night shift. My brother did it and he got fired, but it was tough. He did not like it.
I do have a recommendation that I have never made before on this show that I actually wish that I would have done, but it's too late for me now.
Get tile stickers.
No. You're young, you're well educated, and you don't have a job yet.
They might have got a third. We don't know they did well.
Okay, well, you seem like you're well educated and you're definitely young. And the young is the only relevant part
5
here.
years at uni, they're educated.
But young is the only relevant part here. Do what it's too late for me to do, and frankly was never really going to be on Helen's cards. Marry rich.
Oh.
Marry rich now.
Yeah.
While you're young.
Become a
London would be
housewife.
wonderful. Is it London they're living in?
The city they went to university in, so we
City
can assume
living would be great.
York.
Well, whatever it is, marry rich immediately while you're young. Then, if it works out, you're sorted. If it doesn't work out, divorce, you're sorted.
Yeah.
I wish I would have. I wasted my young body.
Did you have an opportunity to?
Multiple, but I just, I squandered it on wanting, like, caring if I liked the person.
Oh, yeah.
No, you can't marry. You can't just marry unless you really love them. Don't do it. No, because you want the Geraldine and Kath story. You want that one.
Geraldine
it's
had
pretty
that in her
great.
30s, 40s. They can have that next.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah,
With all your money.
But also, my tip, just travel more as well. Like, don't think you.
Marry rich. Get on the property ladder. By that, I mean
yeah,
somebody
buy
else's
property.
property ladder.
No. This is the one thing that I got told when I was younger, and I think it's very important. Never find yourself halfway up a ladder you don't want to climb.
Oh.
So don't just go a job something it's something you don't want to do, because eventually you'll start escalating in that job and you won't want to escalate in it. This is why every cafe that I worked in, when they offered me a supervising job, I said no and I quit it and I went to a different cafe with less pay. So so frightened of being too high up on a ladder in a catering job, and that's why I don't. I didn't go to university, and
Me neither.
But I did travel.
Yeah.
I did travel, and I was a wonderful waitress in Germany for many years.
Marry rich.
Yeah. I mean, if the opportunity comes up,
marry
great,
rich, right?
Do that.
Yeah.
I'd say move to Berlin. It's a very cheap city, and there's biology's that's just everywhere.
God,
isn't
I
it?
should have married rich. What was I thinking?
Yeah, I should have worked in poo.
Honestly, my dad and his poo mates down at the sewage works, they are raking it in.
They'd have loved to.
Literally.
They'd have loved to.
They're number one with your number twos. He's the happiest man, Michael Bauer. In fact, just contact him. Southern Water. There's always, I'm not trying to make myself a Nepo baby, but my dad's always told me and my siblings, there's a job for us in shit for life if we want it.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah.
On that
And they buy you wellies. My dad has his own because he likes his own, but they will supply everything you need to go into the poo screens.
Do they give you that stuff to put under your nose from...
Yeah, they do, but he doesn't need it.
Oh.
He's so used to it.
You got to smell it.
Wow.
Does he pick it up?
Yeah.
Just with his bare hands, just digs in. Like,
Oh, stop it,
I know there's a tampon in here somewhere causing a blockage. And he's having a lovely... He's happy. He's got a girlfriend. And wait for this. My dad has a company car. Sewage works. He has a company car now. I mean, he's worked this since he was 24. He's now 70. It's a long way.
Is it your dad? Was he finding all the what are they? The fatbergs?
No.
Oh my God! Stop! No. Okay,
Because he left Thames, he got made redundant from the London poo, and now he's in poo on the coast now.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds.
Sounds like a Channel 5 travel show.
Poo on the coast, yeah. But he's happy. And
That's
you
what
too
counts.
could be with a job in and it is
Marry rich. It's much better than this. This sounds awful. Geraldine has a show to promote. Let's hear it.
Oh, I'd love to hear
great.
about the
Yeah.
show.
I'm doing a show at Soho Theatre, and it's called "Of Course We've Got Horses."
Of course, we've got horses. It's so good.
Thank you. There was something in Edinburgh.
Can I tell you my joke about the horse?
Yeah. Oh.
That's the visual gag.
Okay, so you're at Soho Theatre.
At
Are there any
Soho.
tickets left?
Yes, of course there are.
Woo! Good, look at you guys.
Plenty of tickets, but also, not too many. Oh, get in quick.
Oh my God, rush!
Yeah,
Rush,
come
you
on.
simply must.
Yes.
You must.
But yeah, and it's a show that I have just done in Edinburgh. And there was a dad that came to the show, not my dad, a dad. He came to, and he goes, I just came because my 4-year-old son is obsessed with the title of your show. And he would
cute.
on the blackboard where it had the listings of all the shows that I'd have to read them, but I'd have to read out yours multiple times because he would just lose it every time I said it.
That's
so cute.
I know.
That is the cutest thing.
Yeah.
There's a little 4-year-old who's just losing him just because of the name.
Oh.
And I guess he couldn't come because of the age restriction.
There was no age. I said you can bring him. He might fall asleep, but bring him along.
That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Okay, so people can go see you at Soho Theatre. Where can they follow you?
On the socials, Instagram at Geraldine Hickey, Twitter, and I'm on TikTok as well. But
Yeah, nice.
I just started TikToking.
oh, it's fun, isn't it?
I've literally just got into it, but I'm trying to curate my algorithm because my friend Gwyneth's on the eel algorithm, and I want to be on that one.
The eel.
The eel algorithm.
What's that?
that mean?
There's a side of TikTok where it's just people who are into eels. Hi Gwyneth Kie Web if you're listening, and because no one in the world know how eels mate, because they all go to this one dark trench and they mate there, and then they come out and there's loads of babies. Every eel in the world.
Well,
And
has it occurred to you at all that might be private?
what's wrong with you?
Well, it just sounds like they want to keep it private.
Yeah, but we have to find out, and that's the eel side of TikTok.
But it
is
could
all
solve cancer if we find out how.
There you go.
It's for science.
But I'm trying to get onto that. What side of TikTok are you on?
Like home renos.
Of course you are.
Yeah.
Of course you are. Oh my God. You don't need to tell it you're gay. It'll tell you you're
Home
gay.
renos. I was for a while on the tiny house side of Instagram.
Oh, fun.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
that was
really
a
nice,
great couple
really
of
nice.
months.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Do you know about butterflies?
What about
I'll tell you
butterflies?
after this. There's a
Okay.
lot you've got to
What?
find
You
out.
can't just leave that and not tell people.
Have I not told you this before in the podcast?
Is it that they go to dead bodies?
No, that's
As much as-
ungodly. Because I've always hated butterflies and I hate moths, and I hate people that hate moths and I hate butterflies because I think it's just a colour thing.
I
I'm
like
not getting
both.
involved in that. No, they're both fucking devils. Wait for this. How does a caterpillar turn into a butterfly?
Gets in a cocoon.
And it grows wings.
Yeah.
As they want us to think. That is not what actually happens. Wait for this. And I'm not a Christian woman, but this is ungodly. They get inside the cocoon.
Yeah.
The caterpillar turns into a liquid
Yeah.
that can still feel pain
Yeah.
and retains memory.
Yeah.
And that liquid becomes the butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A liquid that can feel pain with a memory.
Yeah.
That is fucked up.
What about a jellyfish?
What happens to no.
But it's liquid and it feels.
No, it's not. There's a bit of purchase to a jellyfish.
Jellyfish is way worse than a butterfly.
A liquid that can feel pain.
Okay, first of all, I like butterflies, but I will say this. Recently I found out that in the same way that like maggots come to a dead body, so too do
Sometimes to the bin.
and flies, so too do butterflies. They love
Oh,
that shit.
they
They
can-
come to decay as well. And people don't think about that because the PR of butterflies is that they're cute and nice.
If I
They
die,
feed off dead
you can
bodies.
leave me with the maggots. Leave me with anything else, but you
I'm gonna
remove
put
those
you in
butterflies from my
I'm going to
body.
put you on a butterfly farm.
What about when you come to Melbourne? You can go to the butterfly house.
I honestly cannot do it. My sister is
Oh.
obsessed with the butterfly house only because she knows I physically cannot get through it.
Oh my god,
I
They
can't.
land
I
on
can't.
you.
I walk through
I love them.
the spider house at London Zoo constantly with her.
There's a spider house.
But where the spiders are loose. Like, yeah.
Oh!
And I walk through that. I'm not
No.
joking. Absolutely
No.
fine. And then as soon
No.
as we get close to the butterfly house,
What
I
do you
feel.
mean they're free?
No.
I
What do you
feel one in my
mean?
ears. I feel them in my ears.
I feel-
and there's a spider when you're exiting the spider house at London Zoo
Stop, I don't
to
wanna
check
hear it.
if there's one
No.
on you. And they're fucking huge.
What? But why do they allow that?
I'm really concerned now that you live in Australia and you've had
That's
this reaction.
horrendous.
Oh, yeah, I'm
I'm having this. Me too. I hate them. I actually signed up to the London Zoo Cure for Arachnophobia course,
Oh,
but it's like a year-long waiting list.
Oh, is that there's
And I'm
one
fine
I've
with
got a
that.
lovely
in
listener
Melbourne
who works
Museum
there.
does one of those, but I don't know if they. Yeah.
I don't want to though.
What's the
I signed up
worst
because I
thing
thought
that
it'd be
spider
funny, but I
could
don't
do?
actually want to get on it.
No, I
Yeah.
think it'd be good. It'd be good. What's the worst thing a spider could do to you?
It's not what they do. It's the
how
way
they move.
they look and the way that they move. And for me, most of them. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Most of them.
I'm enjoying this woman.
I'm more. It's the huntsman is the worst one. Yeah, so the huntsman, that's like the big hairy ones, and
Oh
we
my god, I
get
really don't like it. I'm sweating.
So anyway,
I always think a butterfly's going to get in my ear.
so it's the
The ones with actual facial features.
well, it's more it's the big hairy one because they're so big, and it's the way that they move as well, and it's and yeah.
Thank you so much, Geraldine!
Geraldine Hickey.
Catherine, are you ready to say your thank yous?
Thank you so much to our executive producers Simon Moores, Guy Goodman, Mary Fox, Annie Tonner, Sarah Jarque-Deakin, Oliver Jago, Anthony Conway and Matthew Thomas. Matthew Thomas, what a shame.
Oh, that was so sexy until that little mistake.
know.
Thank you, Matthew Thomas.
Thank you, Matthew Thomas.
Thank you.
Thank you to our producers Richard Bicknell, Elle, Richard Ball, Sadie Cashmore, Zoe, Rachel Page, Helen A, Abbie Worf, Luke Bright, Kate, Dean Michael, Alex McPugh, Amie, Sophie Chivers, Victoria Hutchison, Emma Walton, Becky Fox, Tim and Dom, Raia Fink, Cordelia, Amie O'Riordan, Kie Web, Matt Sims, Tristin, Taz, Glennis Wood, Stephanie Carraccia,
great.
Claire Owen-Jones, Harald van Dijk, David Walker, Jess Nick, Rachel R, Neil Redmond, Sarah and Molly, Tina Linsey, Graham Marsh, Leah Overend, Liz Fort, Chloe, Emily Gee, and Mark with a C. Don't mind if we do, Mark. And we talk about how many new producers there are. Thank you all so
Also,
much.
your voice during that thank you list.
What I've done has gotten quite ill, and I sound much sexier this way.
No, but like that was like, I thought you were Alexa.
I am genuinely grateful to people, though. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast.
Thank
We
you.
need you, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
No, but
you.
thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, and thank me, and thank them.
Thank you. Thank us.
Thank us.
Thank
them.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank them.
Thank them.
Thank us.
Thank us.
Thank you.
Yeah.